probably right here. Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest. Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
I'm still a caterpillar. Now, Poe,
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her? We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all these things. I believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily. Only a madman, or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe, that was her idea. Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about. Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctors' surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house. That's cynical, detective. Not at all. We aren't the only show on the radio. We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger? Arrow? Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by? I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it. You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August? The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened. It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town, this one. They slaughtered everyone, men, women, and children, all dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in. No one knows. It seems at some point it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet. On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
he could infect someone else. That girl, that first girl, she was no different. She was nearly there already without the...
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
Empty home every night, night after night. When she finally had enough of the...
Ellis, do you have the amethyst?
What?
Poe's amethyst pendant? The one we have the buyer for?
Poe's pendant?
I don't...
It has to happen tonight. We can just go to your place now and get it.
Someone's trying to kill me.
If you don't get me that pendant, it's gonna be me. No, I don't kill people. And even if I did, why would I start with you? Just go and get it. Now.
I know I love it, but I don't need it anymore when I'm gone.
Al, I'm so sorry. You mean everything to me. I won't let you die. Of course I'm okay. It's you who's shrouded in darkness, my love. El, we must finish what we started.
Nope. What do you mean?
Us. Our love. I don't care what happens to me. I'm going to leave her. I know I keep saying it, but this time, I really do mean it. Are you ready to spend the rest of your life with me, no matter its length?
No.
No? Oh. Sorry. Sorry, it's me. I overindulged. Emotional. Forget what I said. Let's get through this. Let's get you safe. Oh. Why? And why are you telling me now?
You didn't know? Because I wanted to.
I see. The rallying cry of this century. Because I wanted to. No thought for others, only themselves. But I can't think less of you, El. Your brain works in mysterious ways that can't be faulted. The problem always lies with my logic, not yours. I forgive you.
The blood stained the porcelain and he relished in it. The pain lay him too. She was dead. The demon had outgrown his host, gotten too big for her poor soul to bear, tore her apart. True final bedfellow. But the virus, that death alone couldn't start the contagion. They made it so easy. They paraded her face.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Gave them a bigger home, a louder voice, and let them spread. A boy this successful after the quickly always.
Good evening, Zachary. That's for being a creep with Alice. Now get out of my radio station.
It wasn't hard to make the boy listen after the first bell. No one would go to your funeral. You'd be better off. So would your father and sister. There was nothing. Lying goes a long way after the virus starts to spread.
Zach, the game is up. I think you should leave town.
What?
I know where you were last night. I followed you. to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
I was at the studio. You were at Dorota's. I was at the studio.
No, you weren't. That detective's not stupid. Dupont might be, but not Sam. They'll put two and two together.
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You were spying on me.
I saw you leave her house, and then I went in. She was naked, lying radiant on the bed. What did I find in her closet? A wedding dress. Who was that for, Zach? Who was that for? I'm done covering for you. We're finished. You need to leave. Now.
Until only the sand remained. The demon always spread like a person with no touch, no shared journey. Yeah, just an audience.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Breathing seems so loud when you want to stay hidden. Time oozed like...
I followed you to Dorota's last night.
Are you insane? Why did you follow me, you stupid bitch?
You killed Dorota. You had sex with...
I absolutely did not.
Then what did happen?
She texted me to come over. Then she asked me to watch her play with herself from a distance. She likes people to watch, didn't you know? It's probably best if we didn't see each other for a while. You know where the door is.
Of a fish tank. With a bag lady floating.
Violet, I'm actually a bit tied up at the moment. Well, in danger, actually.
Clothes. But a subtle morphing. The robes were fish scales, briefly, but again, becoming cloth. The draggled hair was seaweed, then tentacles, each topped with an eyeball, only they weren't. Except the head was a monstrous mouth of some deep-sea horror, ringed with row on row of teeth, too impossibly large to fit in the room, and yet
I'm Poe, and this is your August update. August update.
the door gave way from the stumbling push, and there was a long expanse of the room. Footsteps echoed on wood.
John, I'm gonna be fine.
How long have we been together now?
On the radio? I started at Radio August about 2 years ago. Why?
No, I mean romantic.
I only want you to do what makes you happy. I'll be waiting for you either way.
Why didn't you...
What didn't I tell you about Dorota?
That you were sleeping with her?
It was just a fling, John. I wanted to try something different. To stretch myself. I would have told you eventually. All three of us could have had fun together. You do want to have fun with me, don't you, John?
A human mind to wear, like a shell for hermit crab. I agreed. Yes, I agreed to help. I thought to the bag lady that it will do no good for human beings don't float, except in water.
I'm sorry, can I help you?
It's not a very good time at the moment, I'm afraid.
Really? Anything I can help?
No, not really.
Its present form was an approximation of its first victim. Bethany had lived a life of addiction, survived on a steadily dwindling income from prostitution as the penthouse lair, and the entity had devoured her and taken her form with a horror.
Quite a lot, but I'm not sure how much of it is useful. Apparently this town has a lot of spirits with a lot of unfinished business. One woman was looking for her daughter, and there was a girl looking for her mum. It was awful. They were both there, but they couldn't see each other. I couldn't help them. Yes, the general message is anyone that tries to stop Ellis dying will be punished. Sam, be careful, please. Who, what, patrols what? No. Should I? He's off the radio. I don't really know him. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I really, really want to do a reading for you right now. You know, to help. Great. Let me just draw 3 cards for you. I shuffled before you got here. Okay. No, the 2 of Cups. That's mysterious. Is there anyone you feel a spark of attraction to? Maybe someone you've met recently? The Lovers. I did not expect that. It seems this attraction has the potential to be life-changing, if you want it to be. And finally, the Knight of Cups. This card is about pursuing your heart's desire. I think it's time to tell that someone special how you really feel. Wow, what an interesting reading. Does it mean anything to you? You catch on quickly, don't you, Sam?
To be told as people strolled past on the sidewalk. Not this one, the worm had to be told when talking with coworkers in asset management.
Sorry, Sam, what can I do for you? Yeah, I always cry around this time of night. What's the point, Sam, huh? If we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Lexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far. What if we can't make a change? Maybe if we could just save one person, Sam. Alice. We need to save her. We need to. Not really. But it wants to know why you're hesitating. Mercury thinks you are. I can see its point. Alice is in danger and you're still here asking questions. You have to stop asking questions and start taking actions. Sam, this is your time. Be ready. It rings a bell, but no. Sorry, Sam.
So I said yes, which is true in a way.
Honestly, you don't. Once they're caught, a few hours later, they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them, continuously trying to stop them ruining lives. No, but they don't like being exposed. If Mercury pointed them out, they're already in trouble. We'd do a reading. Mercury would know.
I always watch from inside the closet.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Caterpillar, slowly nibbling on a pair of purple curtains in my bedroom.
What are you doing now?
I don't know. I don't want to lie about my alibi again, though. What should I do?
Log into Tarotism.
Good idea. I'll stay in my room, log in, and wait for you to give me the all clear. Then they'll know I'm not a suspect. You're the best.
She basically can't really change. So perhaps she's someone who wants to.
What can we do to help Ellis?
Haven't we done enough? Not many people get to know when they're going to die, let alone get the chance to avoid it. We've given Ellis a huge advantage.
So what should we do? Do you really think she's got a chance?
Maybe. Maybe Sam's her lucky charm. Anything short of an apocalypse would be considered a victory at this point.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I was close, but your explanation is so much nicer.
Listening to Radio August, Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Cowering in the closet, peering through the crack.
It's going to be soon. Whatever happens to Alice, it will be soon.
How do you know it's going to be soon?
I can sense it. Are you not picking anything up, Lex? There's a traveler nearby.
No. How do you know all this?
Mescaline mainly, but I don't recommend you try it. Do you really want to hear this?
Yes.
At uni, I read a book by Aldous Huxley called The Doors of Perception. He takes mescaline and basically trips his balls off. And the party girl I used to be thought, yay. My experience wasn't anything like his, though. People looked like tiny rainbow outlines, and I would notice that some of them would just appear from nowhere. Those ones, the ones from nowhere, I think they're the travelers. They kind of merge into one person, and suddenly there's only one outline. That's what I see. But you, no drugs for you, young lady. Tea and nothing else, all right?
From the victims. There it floated. And then...
So, aliens. Violet. What are we thinking, Lex?
Violet and aliens?
Hasn't Bron told you? Violet said she was abducted by aliens. But not your usual stick me on a slab, call me grey type aliens. Aliens that decorate.
Decorating aliens?
Exactly. I think it was using Violet for room planning. Apparently it wants a set of heads on the wall. Red heads, to be more specific.
If it's a traveller, why is it strangling people? Why August?
I have no idea. August is basically our hellmouth.
Ray, why do you pray for them?
Well, because right now, I can't think of anything else that would help.
Maybe try and get answers from the tarot?
The only tarot with real answers is Mercury, and Mercury asks the questions. So other than staring at it for the rest of the night, I'm out of ideas.
There, like a shell for hermit crab. I agreed to help the bag lady with its disguise. Yes. I thought for its disguise to float. Except in water. And its disguise would be less unsettling if it had eyes, and were less of a corpse. But the entity did not.
Do you think you're a suspect?
Not that I know of. Chief Dupont asks me for favors, so I think I'd know.
Did Zach kill Dorota?
No. I saw Dorota look out of the window after he left.
On a steadily dwindling income from prostitution as age, drugs, and street life took their toll on her market.
Hello, I'm Rain.
The disguise was decomposed. Not decomposing flesh.
Why do you think the killer's chosen Ellis?
Because she sees her as a threat. Or he.
Just the bag lady.
It's getting closer, isn't it?
What's getting closer? Do you think...
I doubt it. As far as I know, they're live on air a lot of the time, and not sure he could have nipped out, murdered Dorota, and made it back for the news at 10.
So it could be him then?
It could be anyone. It could be you, Ray.
What's getting closer?
The event. Whatever's going to happen to Ellis. I can feel it.
As a worm wriggled around my tongue and throat, coated with...
Hey.
How's the Ouija?
Sam's asked if I can get anything else out of this. It's full of wit and repartee as per usual. Dead people have a lot of time on their hands.
Worm settled, panic made way for dread. The worm was inside my skull, inside my brain, and floated there, along with the worm.
Rain, what an unexpected pleasure. Maybe you could help me with something.